What's up, guys? It's Alfred. I'm back with another video. Yeah, let's just hop right into it. You know the drill. We're gonna finish these 300 hands, but first things first. I just want to say thank you to everyone. We made it to part 20, which is insane. I never really thought that I'd be uploading 20 parts to the series. I'm just really happy with like that. I get some sort of traction, and even like 50 viewers a week is like kind of cool. But yeah, as long as like there's some interest in it, I'll still do these play and explains. Even though I'm not the best 10 and L player, I still make mistakes here and there, but I guess I'm good enough to beat the pool. Yeah, but just thanks so much for the support, everyone. If you've just clicked my video for the first time, or you've been like a consistent watcher, like thanks so much. Anyways, yeah, it's currently 3 in the morning, so let's just hop into this pool. I have a day off tomorrow, so just gonna see what I can do at night. We got our first premium. We could bluff the Jack 6 sometimes, but yeah, I'm just gonna check it down. Got our first premium, which is the kings, and it just folds around. We're facing a short stack. I guess we can just sort of mix this board with the 2 overcards back to flush draw. Generally against like short stackers, I just want to take a free card. I don't really want to put myself in situations where they check raise me. That's a pretty good card for his range, and he bets pot, pretty understandable, but we don't really have much, so it's a clear fold. With the backdoor flush draw, I'm going to peel. We can also turn like 2 pair here. We're going to call with a flush draw here. And we're facing an overbet, so we're pretty much just in call mode. Don't think we have many raises here. I guess we can build a range around like some 9-10, some Jack-10 sort of things. But yeah, I'm just going to be calling. We river the flush, and we river a full house here, so it looks like we're running good. I'm just going to be betting a normal size on board 3. I'm going to be checking, and going to be check jamming if he does bet. Maybe even do a hero call if he does like some absurd overbet. In my opinion, that's just always value. Most likely like ace jack, ace king. So yeah, if we run into those hands, so be it. Otherwise, we're just jamming with our full house. Kind of tempting to call here with the 2 short stacks, but I don't think we're gonna play well when we're out of position. Basically, in this spot right here, we're trying to stack queen 10. I guess we'll draw our bluffs from like the king jack combos. I don't know how relevant that is. It's like we never have kings or jacks there, so never mind, forget it. Yeah, never mind. I just a very under bluff spot. I'd like to think that we can bet like this board a lot, but with the gut shot, I'd rather just see a free card, especially multi-way. Even though this is a board we can bet a lot. We do turn top pair. It's important to note that small blind can have these weak ace-x. But yeah, so we're just going to start calling. Interesting open from this guy. He opens 6-4 suited from middle position. And we do see a king-jack call here. We have a pretty standard call down with our ace-jack. Kind of sucks that our kicker doesn't play anymore. That's what I mean. He has a lot of these weak ace-x there, like we were talking about. That's what I kind of expect his range to look like. That and a lot of small pocket pairs. When he leads a turn on an ace, is kind of like indicative that he does have these weak ace-x. The other hand, he could be leading on the turn is like king-queen. Kind of going to mix here. With the queen 3 is kind of close. I'm just going to check. And I'm just going to go for like these big bets on these kind of Broadway boards. Blind versus blind. Turn an awkward 2 pair. Any king is now a straight. We're just going to check here, hopefully to show it down. And he snap checks, so I guess he has something like a weak ace-x. I think we're just going to check call the river, considering we're blocking like number of flushes. Sorry, I had to drink some water there. I'm really thirsty. Yeah, he does have ace-8. I'm gonna open King Jack here depending on the blinds and who's at the table. Don't know anybody there, so I think it's gonna be an easy fold. King Jack's like one of those hands. I'm not sure how my pre-flop is for these stakes. It's more accustomed to like higher stakes, so I could be opening a bit loose. Queen 7 off is kind of close. I think I'm just gonna fold it. I think with this hand with the backdoors, like the backdoor straight, backdoor flush, the ace advantage, I think I'm pretty much just gonna be betting a lot. Yeah. With a 6-4 off, we're pretty much just folding. Sorry, I was just thinking about something. Timed out again. Been working on my big blind ranges, so like you see me calling a lot in previous videos, mainly because like I think I'm just too comfortable in the pool. But yeah, my big blind calling has been a bit loose. Even my small blind open. Just gonna check call the 7s here pretty much. He will be betting his overpairs and sometimes his broadways. Even has stuff like 8-9, 9-10. But with the club, I don't think we can fold much. We have a button open, and now we have King Jack off. We will raise like very, very small. I mean, like a small percentage of the time. I guess a small turn bet. I think we just call. And gonna be checking down the ace. Damn, can we switch these rivers? Would love to see the 7 here. And he does a queen 9, and we just checked on the ace high, expecting to win a lot. Just gonna show down the king high as well. I think king high is a bit too strong to fold here since we have like showdown value against his broadways. And this is an example of a very loose call. I just autopilot click call the 7-9, but pretty sure this is going to be a fold. And we drill the nuts on the turn. And we just get rewarded for this loose call. Just sometimes I just get on autopilot when I'm playing. I'm gonna be peeling this tiny bet. Gonna be folding this turn a lot. Interesting check. Trying to think if he ever bluffs this river. We're mainly trying to get him off like king jack holding. I think since hands like queen jack improve, I don't really think we can bluff. Looks like we're good. He just have king 7, complete airball. I think that on this river, once like the thing is like he will be checking back a decent amount of jack x, like some jack 10. I think we're really trying to get his king jack and like jack 10 to fold. That's pretty much it. I don't like how his queen jack improves, and we just never get that to fold anymore. Gonna go for a bet this time. Gonna check here, 3-betting the ace jack. We do get a caller here. Definitely could have some 10x, 4-5 gets there. I think I'm just gonna think we can just continue betting. I think it's okay to check as well. Maybe we can check some weaker flush draws. Even considering checking this, since we do have some ace high showdown. But don't think betting's wrong. So just gonna go with that. We have 140 more hands to go. Don't think we're gonna place on this leaderboard. We haven't been getting any good hands. So yeah. Definitely gonna ISO the King Jack. Interesting board. Queen 8 off, we're gonna call like very, very small percentage of the time. I'm just gonna be going for a small bet with the King Jack. Nice to have the gut shot, nice to have the flush draw. And generally people overfold these monotone boards. When you turn a straight, this isn't ideal that we're blocking like the Queen X that we want him to be calling with, but I think there's some merit to getting value from hands like Ace of Clubs X. And on the river, I think we just have a straight value bet here. If he does have like some random like ace rag, he might hero call us. Looks like he was just on a flush draw. Pocket 6 is interesting. Pretty much just folding here. And we have this other guy limping again. We're just going for another ISO with the 7s. We get a cold caller from the cutoff. Kinda tempted to call. I'm noticing like there's a short stack right here. But I think with these positions, it's just pretty much just either 3-bet fold. Specifically with those positions, we see a tiny bet on board 1. Interesting. I think we just have to call with the back doors. We could even be good. That's one of our back doors. So we're pretty much just checking here with the ace queen. With the ace queen, I think we're sometimes calling. Oops, timed out. Just thinking some. But yeah, with the ace queen, I'd probably call most of the time and fold. I mean, 3-bet a lot. Most likely 3-betting these stakes. Pretty much just calling here. Hopefully he doesn't have 8s. And yep, we're just gonna check. I don't know how much credit we can rep like 7-9 here, mainly because like we just never have 7-9. He does have some missed flush draws. The thing is, I don't think he's ever value betting an 8 here anymore. I think he's just getting very polarized. That's why I'm kind of like tempted to hero call here. Kind of thinking that he's only really value betting like 5s, deuces, and 8s. I don't think he's ever value betting his like ace 8, 8, 9 anymore since the king peels off, and it's like more of a scare card. I think he's, I know it sounds weird, but he might be weighted towards like some sort of missed flush draw, even though we're blocking like a lot of the draws here. Such a hard decision. It's just such a weird bet sizing on the flop. I don't think he's ever taking that bet sizing like with king queen on the turn once he has two callers. I think I'm just gonna have to call this off. And like, yeah, it just makes zero sense the way he played the hand. I'll go more in depth about it once I'm done these 77 hands. Like my whole thought process here. Gonna be calling the min raise. Yeah, let's just try to go through this hand. Sorry about the clicking. Yeah, we have double ace king here, so let's just try to get this. Gonna be checking on this kind of board. We do turn equity. So the hand starts off like this. We get a limp and an ISO. We get a cold call, and then we see a very small bet here. So yeah, at this point, I'm just thinking like he's obviously betting like some of his 8x, like 8, 9, 7, 8 sort of thing. We're blocking that. That's the one thing. I think threes were just mainly calling, but in these stakes, I guess we're gonna call. We have like a lot of implied odds. Gonna be betting on this board 3. Gonna be calling with a king. Let's just revisit this hand later. I just need to focus on the rest of this stuff. Gonna be calling this turn, folding the threes. And we do reverse straight. Small bet we're gonna raise. Against a bomb we're just gonna call. Raising won't really accomplish much. Yeah. I think we just raise here. Try to get value from 2 pair. Unreal run out. Sorry, bro. He probably has a set. Damn, sorry, man. What can you do? I think we're gonna be 3-betting with the ace queen at some frequency. Just rolled low again. That's pretty tilting though. I know exactly what he's feeling. Gonna be calling with the 2 overs backdoor flush draw. It's one of them. I think we can lead sometimes on this turn. Especially since we do have like these gut shots, these flush draws. On this river, I think we'll just go for a normal size bet, value bet. Don't want him to check back his like 10x or anything. Normally with like queen jack, you can do all 3, call, 3-bet, fold. But against the 3.5x, it's pretty much just a fold. Kind of tempted to stop the leaderboard now because we're not going to place. We're barely at 5,000 points with 30 more hands to go. Doesn't matter. We're going to finish up anyways. Looks like we're going to have another good winning session. Let's hope we not jinx it. Gonna squeeze. Gonna go for a check here. Gonna go for a small bet. And gonna show this. Do we try to get value from ace high? It's just I don't think those call the turn, so I don't think we get value from worse. Ooh, he rivered a boat. Gonna be folding here. Gonna be folding here. Gonna be folding here. 17 more hands. Okay, let's start sitting out. Just gonna stop whatever, like, I don't care about the leaderboard, we're not gonna place. So Then we'll just talk about this hand, the sevens hand, a bit more, like what my thought process was. We fold, fold. We'll open the 5-7. And we'll just go for a bet here. And we'll go for a check fold here. Damn, I'm so tempted to bluff this river. Trying to get him to fold a jack, basically. Oh man, this didn't sit out. Nice. Okay, so let's talk about this sevens hand a bit. Like I said before, the action went check, 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 flop. Then, yeah, so let's just start over. So we have a limper, I ISO, then we get cold caller from the cutoff. And generally, like, sometimes I don't really know like what this range looks like. A lot of the times, like some suited connectors, pocket pairs, even like some ace X, like ace rag. So he has a pretty wide range. So starting off with a check on this flop, don't really want to be betting like a lot multi-way, but I think it's fine. So we see a small bet, and like he could be betting his 8x for very small. There's just one thing, he could even have some draws. The key thing is that we're blocking a lot of the draws here, 6-7. So he's more weighted to like a pair type of hand, like 8-9, or like maybe even like some 2 overcards with broadways. Anyways, so for this price, I think we just peel. Then this turn comes where we get the backdoor flush draw. He decides to bet half pot. Even here, you can still have a draw, like, but most likely he has some sort of 8x is what I'm thinking, and just so suited broadways, some 9-10, you know. Then this river comes in a king, and at this point, like, I can have like some sort of king queen suited floats, or even like some ace king suited floats. So I think that king like heavily favors my range in a sense, and he decides to go for this big sizing here. And now at this point, it just kind of gets confusing what he's trying to represent here. He's never betting any of his 8x this way on this river. So at this point, like, what is he trying to represent? Is he just trying to represent his king queen that just magically got there on the river? I don't think king queen is taking that small sizing. And I'm like on the flop, I'm betting into 2 people again once like he has 2 callers. It's just like weird. So I decided to calm down and just have a bluff. Mainly it's because like he doesn't have many hands that arrive on this river where he wants to bet that size for a value. Basically all of his 8x is most likely checking back, and he never has any like king x here. So yeah, anyway, let's see the graph for today's session. And looks like we ran pretty well, 316 hands, and we're up $12. So have a good one, guys.